Hey everyone, it's Bailey from Making Up the Midwest, and this is it's another exciting video. One, because this is a Scarlett Johansson red carpet tutorial using entirely Drugstore products. The other reason why this is a cool kind of tutorial is because the second challenge is up on the Allure Beauty Blogger Awards website, and that means that I made it to the second challenge. Thank you to everyone so much, to everyone who voted. I am so grateful, and not only did I make it to the next challenge, but I am in the number 2 slot. I don't know how the scoring works or anything, but I assume it's a large part due to you voting. I made it to the number 2 slot for the last week's challenge, so thank you. Thank you so much to everyone who voted, but it's not over yet. The second challenge is up, and the challenge was to pick any red carpet or any celebrity, any red carpet picture of a celebrity and do whatever you wanted with it. You could critique it, you could do a hair breakdown, a makeup breakdown, do a tutorial as to how they did it. So I chose a red carpet look from Scarlett Johansson, and I loved it, and I did a critique. I loved it because she played at both her lips and her eyes, but the more I looked at it, the more I realized that there are some tips that you could use for any kind of look that you want to do where you play at both. There are just some subtle things that I noticed in that look that really helped make it work. And so I critiqued it there. If you want to read it, I'll put the link in the bottom bar. You can go read it down below. Please vote while you're there. Even if it's not for me, you should vote for someone, because this week's challenges, or this week's prize is a pair of diamond earrings, and you're still entered to win the big grand Miami Beach prize. So you should vote every day, if not for me, for someone else, because big prizes are involved, people. That's kind of an aside. This tutorial is all about recreating that look and kind of supplementing my critique and showing you, putting my critiques into practice, kind of showing you how to recreate not only her look, but do it with Drugstore products, and the tips I feel like are useful for any kind of look where you want to play up both. So that's a little bit of a rambly intro, but with that, let's just get right into the tutorial. The foundation I'm using in this look is L'Oreal's True Match Super Blendable Makeup, and it is in the shade N2 Classic Ivory, and that is just a Sephora HD brush. So I'm putting this foundation on the back of my hand, kind of warming it up a little bit before I apply, and then just placing it all over the face, really buffing it in to get kind of an HD effect. Then for concealer, I'm using CoverGirl's Invisible Concealer, way to show the label, Bailey, and placing that on really just any problem areas. Then I'm going in with my Bdellium 787 and buffing those areas out. To really set this look, I'm using Physicians Formula Youthful Wear Translucent Illuminating Finish Powder and using my Bdellium 958 to set that on areas I want maximum staying power. Last up are the brows, and because Scarlett's are a little bit more defined in this look, I'm going to go in with NYX's Auto Eyebrow Pencil. This shade is Taupe, and with short strokes I'm just going to fill in the inner portion and then elongate the outer portion. And I'm just setting my brows using e.l.f.'s Lash and Brow Clear Mascara. So as you can see, I have my right eye done. I did that because of this swoopy hair thing. It's just obnoxious to do this side, so I did that, and I'll do this eye for you now. I'm going to start off by using NYX's eyeshadow base. This is the Flesh Tone one. This is my new favorite Drugstore primer because it's just it really is phenomenal. It's stickier even than MAC's Paint Pot, which is kind of nice. And it's closer to my actual skin tone than Painterly is. Painterly has kind of an ashiness. It has good coverage, but it just kind of makes my eyes look, and generally it doesn't matter how it makes my eyes look because I'm always putting shadow over it, but if I were to just wear it alone, it has a little bit of an ashiness to it. And this is actually a super easy look shadow-wise. I'm going to go in with the Comfort Zone palette. I think this is less than $5 or $6 at the drugstore by Wet n Wild. As you can see, mine's a little banged up, but I'm going in with, and even a Real Techniques brush. I wanted to make sure that this was drugstore. You could get at least the eye brushes and stuff at the drugstore. So this is going to go in the crease color right here. And then I'm going to start patting that on the moving part of my lid, making it more intense on the lid portion, and then I'll show you what to do once we blend it out. Also, really important point is to keep the inner corner open so we can put some serious eye brightening, not shimmer, but like satininess in there. It really keeps the eyes open and doesn't overwhelm the face so that you have room to do the red lip. The shadow's actually brought in kind of over the inner corner like this, almost to the bridge of the nose. So I just like to go, I find my crease, I go up a little bit, and then I just bring an arc down, kind of following the line my lash line creates into my inner corner. I follow that down, but make extra certain you're not darkening the inner corner, just right above it. Then she has kind of a flare out this way. It's kind of a gradient effect out. It just kind of blends in with the rest of her face. So rather than putting any new shadow, I'm just taking the shadow I have and pulling it out. Kind of like this, and it won't look like much at first, but once you take your brush away, you'll be able to see that there is actually shadow being transferred. And I find this is a much safer way to do this, because if you go putting new shadow on your brush and start working from the outside in, or even from the outside inside out, it can just get real messy real fast. So just no new shadow, take it from the outer corner and sweep it out. So I'm going to clean the dark shadow off my Real Techniques brush, nothing special, just kind of wiping it off on a paper towel, and I'm going to put it in this brow bone color right here, this kind of creamy highlight shade. And I'm first going to place that in the inner corner, right where we didn't have any of that taupe shade. I'm putting it there, as well as just underneath the eyes, or just underneath the inner corner right as well. Then I'm going to use the same shade and same brush to start right underneath the brow bone and work it down and blend out any harsh line you might have right here. Once you have that done, I'm taking the Real Techniques. This is the Pixel Point eyeliner. Can't do that. This is the Pixel Point eyeliner brush here, and I'm going back into that same crease color that I just put all over my lids, and I'm running that underneath the lower lash line because she does have some definition there, but it's nothing too severe at all. In fact, mine on this side is a little bit too severe because I ran some black liner underneath. So I wouldn't recommend doing this, but I'm going to do it for continuity because I did it on this eye and I decided I didn't like it. It's a little too dramatic. But I'm going to take, this is the Physicians Formula Shimmer Strips Custom Eye Enhancing Eyeliner Trio. This is from the purple, or the, I can't remember, the Hazel Eyes maybe. It has the purple strip, but it's just a black eyeliner. And I'm going to run that on the outside of my lower lash line and then smudge it out with a Q-tip. Really lightly, and not on the waterline, just right along the lash line. Then on the upper lash line, I'm taking e.l.f.'s liquid eyeliner, just their normal kind of pointy things. This is the newer one that has the kind of, it doesn't have the felt tip, it has the flexi tip, which I love. And I'm going to be lining the upper lash line, and she has a tiny bit of a wing, nothing too dramatic, so I'm just going to make it really thin on the inner portion and kind of gradually thicken it out here, but nothing too dramatic, as you can see here. And that's really it for the eyeshadow. It's kind of one color, smoky all over. I'm going to finish off my eyes with the lashes. This is Revlon's Photoready 3D Volume Mascara. And I'm going to, like I said before, put that on my lashes. So because the eyes are bold, the lips are bold, the face is just very neutral but well lit. So I'm going to be using this Revlon Photoready Sculpting Blush Palette because they're they're not very pigmented, they're just good for giving a little bit of a glow. So I'm going to do that and go in with this crown, my contouring crown brush, this one right here, and put it in this peachy color, and I'm going to just place that kind of on the backs of the apples of the cheeks. Then I'm just going to use my finger for this highlighter. There's a highlighter that comes in this, and I'm going to use any finger that you would like. Well, I'm going to use my middle finger, but you can use any finger you like. And I'm going to put that, just tap that on the tops of my cheekbones and up into my temples, just to really make sure everything is highlighted. And then the bridge of my nose, and to give fuller lips, because she has such full lips on the Cupid's bow. Okay, last up are the big, bold lips. And for this, I am using L'Oreal's Color Riche Anti-Feather Lip Liner in, is there, oh, Always Red. It's kind of a bricky orangey red. In the review, or like the breakdown I did of the look, I said to use an orangey red, and purpley berry reds would make you too vamp, but you can use like a blue based red if that's more flattering to your skin tone. I just noticed that she had more of an orange tinged red on her face, and that's why the look worked for her. But if blue based reds are what is good for you, definitely do that. This is more of a bricky red, as you can see by the cap. And I said it's always red, yes. So I'm just going to line my lips with that. Line and fill. I am going to line and fill my lips. Then after the liner, I'm going to put on Revlon's Lip Butter in Candy Apple, just called Candy Apple, to give it kind of a healthy sheen. Then if you're going for the real full-out Scarlett Johansson full-lip effect, put a little bit of highlighter. I'm just going back in with my Revlon Trio here. Put a little bit of highlighter on your lower lip, the center of your lower lip, to make it appear fuller. And this is it for the finished Scarlett Johansson red carpet tutorial. I hope that was helpful, like in kind of putting into practice what my critiques were on the Allure article, which by the way will be in the bottom bar. I'll link to it, and if you want to go there and vote, I would be so appreciative if you did that. And vote every day, because like I said, this week's prize is diamond earrings. You're still in the running for the grand prize Miami trip. It's just great news for everyone if you vote every day. It's one more entry you get towards all those fabulous prizes. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.